back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name's Elise and I am currently in recovery from anorexia. So today we're doing something a little bit different. You might have seen on Instagram I put out a question box to get some questions to ask my partner about what it's like being the partner of someone with an eating disorder and going through recovery, because I feel like there's not enough information out there for partners who support loved ones with an eating disorder, and you know, it's a challenge, it's a big thing for them as well. So a lot of people always ask about my partner Jesse, and so we thought we'd jump on and share a little bit about his experience, and yeah, he can share some tips and advice that has helped him get through, as well as help support me along the way. So yeah, let's meet him. So are you coming? What are you doing?
He's looking out the window.
So this is Jesse. He's we're waiting for our dinner to cook. So yeah, welcome.
It's nice to be here.
It's nice to be here.
Sitting on the floor.
Sitting on the floor until dinner's made. Yeah, so this is my biggest support person. You've probably heard him in a few different videos and stuff like that. So yeah, we've got a bunch of questions. But I think, yeah, should we just like tell people how we met? We've been together, was it seven years now? We've built a house together. Yeah, we're pretty, there's our dinner time. But yeah, we've been together 7 years, and Jesse's been there with me through all of this. So he's not as comfortable being in front of the camera, but oh wow, there's just a whole bunch of black cockatoos. That is not common here, but yeah, we'll jump into the questions. I'll stop rambling and we'll see you in a minute. So I don't know if you can see them. You can hear them. Wow, that doesn't happen often. And oh, there goes one there. There they go. Oh, it's magical. So we're still waiting for dinner to cook. But yeah, so we thought we'd start by answering some questions. So these are just questions that, you know, you guys have asked, and we're gonna ask Jesse here on how he's dealt with stuff and his opinion on things. And yeah, so I guess, so the first question is, how should I support my partner?
How to support? I'd just say probably just be there for them whenever they need. Just listen. Sorry.
Listen.
Just listen. Be the, I don't know, shoulder to cry on, or you know, whatever they need.
That's a lot of pressure though.
Yeah, it is, but all you can really do is just show that you support what they're trying to get through.
Yeah.
And their feelings.
It was hard at first, like when I was first diagnosed and you didn't know much about it. But definitely as we've gone along and you're understanding more now.
Oh yeah, definitely, and that's probably another big point, is educate yourself on the disorder.
Yeah.
Because it helps you try and understand what they're going through.
Yeah. So does Lisa's ED impact or ever impacted your own eating habits in any way?
I guess a little bit in some ways. Like I would feel like if I was eating around you, I would have to eat everything so I didn't trigger you.
Yeah, it's, you know, we forget how much of an impact these disorders have on everyone around us as well. And especially when I was really sick, I was so oblivious to that, and you know, I blame everyone for triggering me for every little thing. And now, like, I can eat a snack and you not have anything. And but yeah, and I think, yeah, you felt like you had to finish everything. You also felt like you had to eat when I ate as well, which was, and you didn't always want to or need to. So yeah. Does having an eating disorder affect your relationship?
It has, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Not going to say it hasn't, but
it's taken over our lives for a lot of the time.
well, it's like anything there. Every relationship has some sort of bump that you got to get. You just got to push through it.
And I feel so guilty for putting you through this as well.
You didn't put me through it, but I chose to.
Yeah, I gave him lots of outs. I said to him a lot, if you want to leave, like, I understand completely, and he chose to stay, which I am so grateful for, but I still feel really guilty as well.
Well, put it this way, if the roles were reversed, you wouldn't give up on me, so.
Yeah, definitely not. And I guess it's like, if it was cancer, would I be thinking differently? Like, would I be blaming myself so much if I had like another illness? Is it because it's a mental illness it feels more wrong? Like,
it's also not your fault that you have it.
Yeah. How does Jessie support you in recovery? We've kind of been through that a little bit. You're there for me.
Listen, let you vent.
Yeah, let me vent. You calm me down when I'm really upset. You're probably the only person who can. You accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
Like, you don't try and change me and stuff, and
You just gotta let the emotions go.
Yeah. Did you lie a lot, and how did you deal with that? I used to lie a lot.
I wouldn't say a lot, but there were definitely
Moments,
yeah. I didn't really like it too much when you did lie to me.
I wouldn't think so.
Obviously, but
I
was able to tell. You're not very good at it.
Yeah, I'm not a good liar, but like, also I think you used to say it. It was like I switched personalities, so you could tell as soon as
it wasn't you.
I was lying. Like, it was like a completely different personality. Yeah. So,
What'd you do?
just trying to fix the question. Did you hide things from Jessie, pretending that you were doing better than you were? Do you think I did?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Because at first you didn't want to, as you would say, burden me with it. So you'd try and keep it to yourself.
Yeah, because I have a huge issue with being a burden in people's lives, and as I said, I feel guilty enough for dragging you through this.
Again, you didn't.
I know, but I still don't like how it upsets you.
It doesn't really.
It did.
No,
When
not
I
in
was
the
in
way
hospital,
you. Not
it
the way
did.
you. Yeah, but that was different.
Yeah.
It's because I was scared of losing you.
Yeah.
Never a burden.
No, I'm just annoying. Here's one that a lot of people actually asked. How does the eating disorder affect your intimacy? And of course, intimacy doesn't just mean like sex, it means all sorts of...
Lots of things.
Yeah. Obviously it affects it in a lot of ways, but I'll let you... How do you feel it's affected us?
Well, it just comes more with it's body image issues.
Yeah.
I
don't like being touched as much anymore. I don't like... Yeah, I feel uncomfortable seeing my body.
But again, that's one of the things you just, as somebody close to you, you have to understand that comes with it.
And that it's not your fault. Like, it's not because of you that I don't want to do things, or I'm scared, or, that's because of what I've got and some of my trauma in my past.
But it's not, relationships aren't solely built around intimacy anyway. There's lots that go into it.
I mean, we've definitely, like, I let you hug me and stuff a lot more now. But, it obviously does, and also because, like, your hormones are super affected with an eating disorder, so...
they go out of whack.
Yeah, and you just lose interest in all that stuff, and you just feel disgusting, but that would be really hard to watch and see.
It is.
Yeah. But you still...
I just want you to be comfortable in yourself, but that takes time.
Did Jesse or does he ever get frustrated when you're struggling with your food or body?
Yeah, I did when you first started out. Because, again, I didn't really understand it.
It was the just eat. Like, why can't you just eat? Get over it. Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the ignorance of not knowing.
And what about, like, now?
No.
No? Even when I'm not wanting something? Or...
Yeah, but that's just, you're having a moment.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen, like, with anything. Everyone's going to have their hard days with it.
Yeah.
Like, every day's hard, but you're going to have days that are harder.
Yeah, I don't cry as much anymore. What stage of your ED were you at when you got together?
Didn't really know you had it.
Yeah, because it was such an insidious disorder. Like, I've had it for so long, but we only realised looking back how disordered I was. But when we were first together, it was pretty... It's morphed over time. Like,
it was more tame, I guess.
Yeah. And as you said, like, you can look back now and be like, that was not right.
You see the symptoms now.
Yeah. So I wasn't super sick, like physically super sick when we first got together. I was smaller than I am now, but I got worse.
You didn't even know you had it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't aware. I just thought I was being healthy, and that exercising for a very long time, multiple times a day, is good. But yeah.
Too much exercise is bad. Everything's got to be moderated.
What's a meal you're most excited to have together when you're fully recovered?
I don't know. I'd like to say pizza or Mexican.
Yeah.
Because we used to have our little Mexican dinner dates and stuff.
Yeah, we should do that again.
They were good. And I love Mexican food, so...
You love all food almost.
Yeah.
Except for lemon cheesecake.
And the lemon cakes, they're just weird. Cake though.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
How does Jesse deal with your bad days in recovery?
I guess it's like any day, really. I can have a bad day. How do you know?
Sometimes I have really bad ones, so they're really hard for you.
But again, I've got to realise that you're having a bad day and try and not... Because obviously, there can be days where I'm having a bad day too, and that can clash. But you just got to step back and realise, no, not to fight with the disorder.
Yeah.
And, be the supporter.
That's probably been the biggest turning point when you stopped fighting with the disorder. Like, we used to fight all the time, and we knew the fights weren't actually between us. It was everything the disorder was doing. And once Jesse said, you literally say to me, I'm not fighting the disorder, I'm going to talk to you when Elise comes back, which has been really good. Like, from the moment, it feels awful for me, because I'm like, I am here, and all this stuff that, But yeah, we're going to grab our dinner, and then we will answer some more questions. So we've got pies, chips, and veggies for dinner tonight, and I still find pies challenging, to be honest, but Jesse always says, like, you can't just have it once.
Yep.
And there was actually a thing that Mexi Recovery used to say, once it's in, it's in. Like, once you have the food included in your food. But yeah.
It stays.
Yeah, so here's another one. It's pretty similar. Did you have anorexia before you met, or did it develop during your relationship? I had it before we met, but it got worse.
Didn't know about it yet.
Yeah, it got worse as we went on, but that's definitely not Jesse's fault at all. You're fine. Do you think that men experience eating disorders in a way that goes unnoticed by society?
That's a pretty good one, actually. I would say yes, but it's definitely nowhere near as common as it is in females, yeah. I don't know why, but...
Different pressures. You think, or?
Yeah, I reckon it definitely has different societal pressures. But, yeah, again, it would probably go unnoticed.
It would just be tough and not, you can't have emotions, you can't cry.
Yeah, that's the societal pressures we get, whereas you're more image.
Yeah. Like women should be seen and not heard almost. What's it like being in a relationship while having an eating disorder?
It's not sunshine and rainbows, but, there's definitely hard times.
Yeah, but it was really hard, particularly last year, like when I was in hospital. And I honestly, I feel like I was so out of it, mentally out of it.
Oh, yeah.
I was a different person, yeah. And I can only imagine, reflecting back now. Back then, I didn't really register anything, but looking back now, I just can't believe I'd put you through that and how hard it would have been to watch, to be there.
Yeah. No, it wasn't easy, but that's what you do. Wasn't gonna just, let you go through that alone.
Yeah. How has your relationship improved or changed throughout recovery?
I think, obviously, the communication has improved a lot, and knowing when to back off and not when to push.
But we're starting to have fun again.
Yeah.
We're starting to be like we used to be when we first got together. And we never lost it because we got comfortable with each other. We lost it because I got sick. And we don't actually spend that much time together because Jessie works 5 days a week. I work 5 days a week and we work on different days. So we really only see each other at night. Even on the weekend, I work both days over the weekend, so I don't actually see you that much. So when we get to, there's a magpie outside. When we get to spend time together, it's good. It's nice. Not a question, but just know that I already think Jesse is a legend and we haven't even met him yet. How does that make you feel?
Thank you to that person.
It's true.
Haven't proven to be a legend yet.
Yes, you have. You've gone above and beyond already. Most people wouldn't have stayed.
I don't know why.
Because it'd be too much for them.
I don't know. I see it differently. You don't just desert your partner because they get sick.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what illness it is.
Yeah. I'd never leave you either, even if you were missing all your arms and legs or something. You'd still be stuck with me. How did you guys start dating? Was it hard for him to understand or deal with at first?
Well, we started dating good old Tinder.
On there was a joke. Didn't expect anything. Yeah. It went from there. I think we were talking for a week before we met up.
Yeah, something like that.
And then we were official the following week.
Yep. It just clicked, didn't it?
It was like coming home is how I describe it. It felt familiar. And but it was really, I really hated saying how we met until it became more common.
Yeah.
7 years ago it wasn't as common,
meet
now it is.
Online, so.
Were you ever apprehensive because of my eating disorder? No?
Again, because, it came on really badly during. So, wasn't like it was straight off the bat.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like you were responsible for it developing or getting worse?
In some ways, yeah.
You weren't though.
Yeah, but because, like you said, now I look back and I see some of the issues.
But that's why they're so
The
challenging.
underlying issues, yeah.
But that's why they're so challenging to deal with, because they're so sneaky. People wanting a house tour, maybe, if we ever get our landscaping done.
It's going to take me a while.
Yeah. Do you think people want to talk about EDs more but are afraid, or just don't want to talk about it? Any tips?
I don't think people don't want to talk about it. It's probably, like you said, they're more worried about what they might say. Like it could trigger somebody, or just not knowing enough about it.
Because it's always been a bit of a taboo topic, hasn't it? And part of what I want to do is make it part of normal conversation, because it's
people tiptoe around it.
people don't know how to react around you, or they see you eat and they just kind of stare because they can't believe you're eating, because they're like, oh, I thought you had anorexia, and it's like, yeah, well, obviously I still eat because I'm alive.
It's not how it works.
Yeah. When did you find out about my eating disorder? When I was diagnosed.
What?
I don't remember.
Quite a few years now.
Yeah. And it was just more a matter of, no one really understood.
We got diagnosed with it, but then it still took a little bit until he got severe. Really, really.
Medically severe. Which,
But, again, on the medical side of things, that's where the medical system kind of fails. Because they don't take it seriously until you're unstable.
Yeah. But I was never unstable, even when I was at my worst. That was the other problem.
Well, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Maybe
My
not,
bloods
maybe
were
not your
normal.
blood test, but in other ways you were.
But again, it's a mental illness, not a physical one. So as soon as the symptoms of the mental illness start, that's when it should be treated, not when it's left for years to get worse and worse. Did you know much about anorexia before we met?
No.
No. We kind of covered that. Do you ever get tired of living with someone with an eating disorder?
No, I wouldn't say tired, but, sometimes I just miss certain things. But that'll come back.
You believe that?
Yeah. And look how far you've come. You don't fight this hard and not keep going.
Yeah. Thanks. How do you navigate conversations around food?
Well, now we can kind of speak freely about it because I understand that I can talk about things, and you understand that you have to control your triggers as well. You can't let...
sometimes you say, you're not hungry, so you're not going to have anything to eat for, supper. And that used to really upset me. Now...
But that's coming from a healthy person already that isn't required to have that.
And it still, upsets me a little bit, but I don't let it disrupt anything. I just kind of... I'm I'm triggered, but whatever.
Yeah, and that's where you've come along quite far as well, because you understand things will trigger you, but you deal with it.
How do you navigate or negotiate talking to the anorexia when it's loud?
As in me, or? Well, sometimes it's really, really strong in you, and that's when I tend to just back away. Because then that was when we used to fight. Because that moment passes and then we can actually talk together within like reason.
So space when things are bad. Obviously checking the person's
Yeah,
safe
making
first.
sure you're alright and stuff, but kind of letting that really, I don't know, I guess, big thought and emotion pass. Because in that period you're not really rational.
Yeah. And I'm learning to like, when you say stuff like, I'm gonna talk to you again when the eating disorder's not taking control, that's like a switch for me. And I'm like, oh, I'm acting really bad right now.
It's not you're acting bad, it's just, it's got control.
Yeah, and it kind of switches it for me. It makes me realise what's happening as well. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good approach. We used to fight. Yeah, we used to fight a lot more, but I would go looking for a fight.
The disorder.
Yeah, because we're not a couple who really fight at all. Like, we never have been. So, I mean, yeah, like, it's normal to have arguments every now and then, but we're not.
But it's like anything. Like
we're pretty boring.
The sort of wants the control.
How did you open up to him about it? I don't even remember how I told you. Because we weren't living together at that point.
No, you kind of just got diagnosed with it and then said, hey, I've got an eating disorder.
Then I went into treatment. Got kicked out of that.
A few times.
Yep. Then I had my first hospital admission. And that was probably pretty confronting for you.
Yeah, I guess that's when things kind of kicked in for me.
That this is serious.
Yeah, and that I need to really start listening and learning.
Yeah, because I remember sending you a lot of information about it, and you actually read it, and you don't like reading things.
No.
Like all the help pages, the fact pages and stuff like that. That's what they're there for. Like, if you're with someone, get them to read up and, like Jessie said, educate themselves, because that's how they learn. Like, that way you don't have to do everything alone.
There was a good video that you sent me actually of that doctor talking about it, and they got everyone to listen to
Laura Hill. It's a TED Talk, Laura Hill, and she does, it's like a thing of like what an eating disorder sounds like in someone's mind. It's really good. Yeah. Do you think you would have been able to recover without Jessie or parental support? No.
You reckon?
No. Like, one of the biggest reasons I've kept going is because of you. And because of the life I'm going to give you.
What about the life you're giving yourself?
I know, but I feel like I owe it to you.
You owe it to yourself.
And you.
I'm not going to give up, are you?
No. In difficult moments of her recovery, how do you tend to your own needs and emotions?
Again, I just kind of take my own time.
Yeah,
my own kind of, I guess, cooling off period or just time to reflect.
Yeah, because we actually, like, even when we're home together, it doesn't necessarily mean we're doing stuff together. Like, you'll go and game and I'll go and do...
watch something.
Yeah, whatever, like, because you need your space to recover as well. And you've got your outlets, like your gaming and stuff, and seeing your friends that help, like, you can talk to people about things. So, what would you say to someone, like, about dealing with their own needs during this time if they're supporting a loved one?
I guess just find a place where you can go to just kind of discharge, have a bit of a time out, find something that relaxes you. You know, you could, yeah, you might be their number one support, but you also got to look after yourself too. You can't support someone else if you're not supporting yourself either.
And do you think talking to other people, like talking to someone, helps?
Definitely. Whether it's therapy, a friend, or a family member.
How do you cope with tears and argues? I'm a crier though, like.
Yeah, you do cry a lot.
Yeah, like you're used to me crying.
Yeah.
Like I cry over everything. Sad movies, books. Like if I see a tree get chopped down, I'll cry.
I know, again, it's just
because
your own.
I think you struggle with it a bit. You used to struggle with it a bit more because you were more.
I wasn't used to someone that would cry so much.
Yeah. Was it difficult for you to understand my struggles with weight gain, weigh-in days and stuff?
Yeah, at first it was, yeah. Because I saw it as a good thing, like weight gain and all that, but the disorder saw it as a bad sign, a bad thing, and another thing to fight against. But now I understand, those days are quite confronting.
And just, like being in a completely different body as well.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's hard for you because in your eyes I look so much healthier.
Yeah.
But in my mind I
But
just
in
look
the
fat.
disorder, man,
Yeah.
I'm fat. When it's not even anywhere near that.
Well, depends who you ask. Did you ever think I would recover? Well, I'm not recovered yet. Do you think I will recover?
Yes, I do think you will. But last year there was a point where I didn't think you were going to. I didn't think you were going to make it.
I don't think anyone did. When I began my recovery, did you think I would last?
Yes.
And what made you so sure?
Because when you put your mind to something, you commit. With anything.
Yeah.
Your studies, your work.
Yeah, you're a lot more relaxed about it all now. Because you know that I'm here to stay.
Yeah. Not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And you do that. You do, when you actually commit to it, you go all out.
What's your happiest memory together?
There's a few. Building the house.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, even though it took like 2 years, but...
More.
We went to New Zealand.
That was good.
A van for 2 weeks.
Travelled around,
Yeah.
drove around New Zealand, or North Island.
Tasmania was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that was with everyone, it wasn't just the
Yeah.
two. We have plans for a lot of things. Oh, the hot air balloon.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, we've done a lot of cool different things, but yeah, I think what's to come will be our happiest memories soon. What's your worst memories together?
Just seeing you at your worst.
In hospital. Being separated for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching you struggle.
Yeah. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years?
Hopefully with some little babies
Yeah.
running around.
More than one?
2.
Sounds good.
2's enough, I reckon.
So we'll probably have triplets or something. Yes, you were allowed to visit me in hospital, which is standard pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living? Because a lot of people don't know that.
And I do air conditioning and refrigeration.
In Australia, he's a tradie.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people look down on tradies, particularly where I grew up. But you work really hard, you earn a lot more than most people with a degree. And yeah.
Oh, got us here.
Exactly. And I'm so proud of you. I remember when you got qualified, I was so proud of you. That was a while ago.
That's a while ago now.
But yeah, you're pretty much almost running a business now. How do you both keep each other's boundaries when things get stressful on both sides?
Again, that's
Space.
Yeah, we just have our own things, our own little hobbies that help us relax, take our mind off. Not take our mind off things, but helps. Helps you reflect, think clearly.
This is an interesting one. What ED behaviour would you get rid of first for your relationship to improve? All of them?
I don't know. There's pushing away. Yeah.
Would you call that a behaviour though, or?
Well, it is part of the disorder because you like people, you like being around people, but yeah, when it's in control, it tries to push everyone away.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's a disordered thing.
How did you feel when I first told you about the ED?
Scared.
Me
Scared
too.
because I didn't know anything. Didn't know what was gonna come of it.
Yeah, and I guess you just picture the stereotype as well, and you
Yeah.
think, is that what's going to happen? I mean, it did, but but yeah. Have you ever lashed out at him? The ED's doing all my struggles. Yes. Yeah. And again, I feel awful for it, but we tend to lash out at the people we're closest to because they're the ones who can help us. And
Again, for the supporters out there, I know it's hard not to try and take it to heart, but at the end of the day, they're not meaning it. It's the disorder side of it, not the actual person that's affected by it.
yeah, remember that they're separate things. I also have a partner with an ED. How do you embody hope for them and also yourself?
You just gotta try and encourage them as much as you can in whatever way works.
And how do you hold on to hope?
I don't know. I guess you just use the love. You're a team. It's you and your loved one against the disorder.
How do or did you go for dates, eating, meal times, etc.? Well, we just had a meal together.
Yeah, I mean, we normally go out for dinner and then go see a movie or something.
Yeah, we used to. We haven't done that in a long time, but we're getting there.
We'll go for dinner and go sit down by the beach. And
Should I be completely open and honest about all of my struggles?
yes, it helps your supporter to understand.
Yeah. What did you find hardest about being with someone with an ED?
Well, at first, not understanding it, obviously.
There's no logic.
I guess also that it's not a short-term thing. If you decide, you really want to help, it's going to be a long run.
Yeah.
It's a marathon.
And do you think it's okay if someone's with someone with an eating disorder and they realise they can't handle it?
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's really affecting them, like really quite badly, and it's making their mental health decline, then yes.
Did you ever think there was a point for you like that?
No. But everyone's different.
Yeah. You gotta look after yourself.
Yeah.
And
It goes both ways, though.
yeah, I'm really lucky.
You can recover and go, this guy's cool.
Yeah, my recovered, healthy mind is like, oh, why do I like him? But no, we will get there.
Eventually.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions. That was...
Was that?
Yeah, that was more than I was expecting, but yeah. So now you guys have met Jesse. He shared his wisdom.
In the flesh.
And yeah. Thank you for watching. I know it wasn't like a super exciting, challenging video, but it was... I think it's important to hear from people like who help support you and like getting their perspective on things and their advice to help get you through, because like you said, this isn't something you do alone. I don't think you can do this alone.
No.
And you never have to do it alone either. Like, there's always going to be people who want to support you. So, yeah.
And to add to that, to the people that are supporting someone with a disorder, there's also people that will support you as well. You're not alone on supporting the person.
Do you think therapy is important for the support people?
If that's how you want to deal with it, yeah. Other people, they might be okay in talking to a friend that understands or a family member, but definitely therapy if that's what they feel like is needed.
You're moving a lot.
Yeah, I fidget.
Anyway, I think next time we do a video, it'll be a challenge video probably. So we'll have to come up with something.
A new challenge.
New challenge. Should I let you come up with it?
If you want to.
But yeah, thank you for watching and thank you for all of your support. I hope this has been helpful in just shedding light on, being a support person of someone in recovery, but also, now I can show you how amazing Jesse is.
Not that amazing.
Yes, you are. And I'm just lucky and grateful that he stayed with me. Yeah.
Thanks for including me.
We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.